Merhabalar herkese. Hepiniz IEFT Talks webinarlarına hoş geldiniz. Bugün dünya sıralamasında ilk yüzdeki Aarhus Üniversitede araştırma odaklı eğitim ve Danimarka'da mezuniyet sonrası kariyer fırsatlarını eğitim ve daha veriyor olacağız. Lütfen sorularınızı soru cevap bölümünden yönlendirmeyi unutmayın. Yes, Gita, the stage is yours now.
Thank you very much, Zainab, and thank you for having us. I'm very excited about telling about Aarhus University to everyone who is attending today. So my name is Gitte, and I work at Aarhus University with recruitment of international students. And see here. So yeah, that's me. I work with recruitment, and with me today, I also have one of our current students, Taha, who's a student at the business school and is studying business and economics. And he's Turkish, but I have grown up in the US, but he'll get back to that part as well. So Aarhus University is a public research university. It's almost 100 years old. It's ranked in the top 40 in the EU, and in some sub-rankings, it's even in the top 5 in the world. We are a big university, big comprehensive university, almost 40,000 students, and around 12% are international. We offer more than 50 full programs fully taught in English in almost every area. Most of these are master programs, but we also have some bachelor programs, and I'll get back to that as well. So first of all, the city of Aarhus. It is one of the oldest cities in Scandinavia. It was founded by the Vikings more than 1,000 years ago. Still, it is also the youngest city in Denmark if you look at the population here. It is a student city. One in every 6 of the people living here is a student. And you'll see that when you go around the streets of central Aarhus, that you'll see a lot of young people. So there's a very young vibe and a lot of things going on for young people. So there's like music festivals, concerts, nightlife, and all these things that you'll normally see. Still, coming from Turkey, it might seem as a small city, but what we hear also from international students coming from very big cities is that you find things in Aarhus that you normally not find in such a small city. So some people have called Aarhus the world's smallest big city and also the city of smiles. And it has actually just been voted the happiest city in the world. So there's a lot of good things going on in Aarhus. Oh, and maybe just going back to this slide here. Let's see if I can go back now. Just wanted to talk a little bit about the picture here. So all the yellow brick buildings that you can see right here in the picture is actually the main university campus. And on the other side, you have the red brick buildings, and that is going to be built into the university park as well. And some have already moved there, but it will be completely ready to be the university city in 2026. So as you can see, the university in Aarhus is right in the middle of the city. So it is really an urban campus right in the heart of this city. So that is really a unique thing as well. And as you can see, we're right on the water and also with forest around the city as well. So a very nice place to be. Moving on, here is some of our famous alumni who studied at Aarhus University and graduated throughout the years. So first of all, His Royal Highness, King Frederik of Denmark, he studied political science. The Queen of Denmark, the former Queen of Denmark, Queen Margaret, Frederik's mom, also studied at Aarhus University. She never finished a degree, but she studied both archaeology and political science. So still, Aarhus University is actually the only Danish university where the royal family have studied. Also, Jørgen V. Knudstrup, former CEO of Lego, the one who turned everything around for Lego and said everything is awesome, also studied at Aarhus University. If you're into computer science or math or engineering, you probably also have heard of the programming language C++, which was invented by one of our alumni. We also have the alumni who was the first researcher in the world to stop light, and also a former Secretary General of NATO. So as an international at Aarhus University, there's a bunch of services available to you. We help you with the visa process and the residence permit, both before coming and also to get everything in order when you arrive. We have special days where you can get all these red tape out of the way. We also host a bunch of introduction events for new students to make sure that you get a good start to your life in Aarhus and to make sure that you are settling in well, so you hopefully can study, focus on your studies. When you're here, we also have a number of career events and career services, specially tailored for international students, because we actually want a lot of you to stay in Denmark if you find life here nice, good for you. Also housing, we hope you find a home in Aarhus. And right now I can say that it's not a problem at all to find student housing in Aarhus. There's plenty of housing and in every price range also. So it's a very good time to come to Aarhus with housing-wise. So yeah, just a few more words about Aarhus University. Here, since it's a research university, you get access to really industry-leading research facilities and resources. As a student, you're also allowed to use these resources on an award-winning campus, as you can see here in the background, and many international students. We have students both coming from our partner universities. We have more than 800 partner universities worldwide. We have a summer university running in the summer, and then, of course, the full-time bachelor and master programs also having a lot of international students. Also, all our PhD programs are fully taught in English, so you'll have a very international campus here. So the learning at Aarhus University is research-based. It's taught by active researchers in the field. So this means that you'll always get the newest knowledge within the field that you're studying. We teach by what we call a Scandinavian teaching style, which means that the teaching style is very informal. You call your professor by their first name, and you'll have a lot of discussion-based classes and seminars. So it's very okay to ask questions in class and also maybe disagree with some of the things that you say are said by maybe by the professor even, to have this open-based discussion. So I also just wanted to make sure that everyone knew where Denmark and Aarhus were. So here in the European map, you can see we're right above Germany. So right very much in the middle, if you of the northern part of Europe, with easy access to the rest of Europe. And with a visa to Denmark, you also get the opportunity, you get a Schengen visa, which means you get the opportunity to easily travel around the EU countries, which I know many of our international students take advantage of when they're here. On the Denmark map here, you can see that Aarhus is right here in the middle on the water. It's a 3-hour drive to Copenhagen. It's 3.5, 4-hour drive to Hamburg in Germany. So it's very closely related to some of the big cities around. And a little bit about Denmark, a very small country compared to Turkey. We are a population of nearly 6 million people, with Copenhagen being the capital. Everyone here speaks Danish, but almost everyone also speaks English really well. So it is a good opportunity to get an international experience without having to learn a new language. You can easily get by with English. I'm sure Taha would say the same. So even in the supermarket or talking to a bus driver, they can easily communicate in English with you if necessary. Still, we offer free Danish classes to all our international students. So if you have a desire to learn a new language, that's also an opportunity. And also is important if you want to stay in Denmark afterwards. Also, Denmark is a very safe country. Here it says one of the 5 safest countries. I just heard today that it's now the 2nd safest country in the world, and also one of the happiest countries in the world. So a good place to be an international student. And this is just a little bit more about the English access for students in Denmark. Living costs, this is like a more of an overview or general budget. Housing, rent, it can vary a lot depending on if you want your own apartment or if you just want your own room and your own bathroom in a dormitory, and also if it's in the middle of the city or in the outskirts. But these are the price ranges for housing in Aarhus. Food and daily expenses, of course, also vary a lot from person to person. Eating out is mostly the thing that would ruin your budget, because eating out is probably the thing that is very expensive in Denmark compared to other countries. So we see a lot of international students actually learning to cook when they get to Denmark, and having a fun experience with that. So this is kind of an estimated living cost, but taken by in mind that the healthcare in Denmark are covered by the Danish healthcare system, so it is free for international students as soon as you get your Danish social security number. I also took one more specific example of living costs with me today. This is Vidur, one of our former international students from India. He graduated last year, and when he was a student, he lived in one of the cheapest dorms in Aarhus, as you can see here. He did, again, also much of his own cooking. He had a gym membership, and then he bought a bike. So this was kind of his monthly expenses. And then he had an income as well. First, he was working at a restaurant as a chef. First a dishwasher, but then they found out he was a good cook, so then he became a chef. And then later he got a more like study-relevant job at Grundfos, where he worked as a student developer. And as an international student, you're allowed to work up to 90 hours per month. So for him, at this time, you're allowed to work 20 hours per week. So as you can see, he got a very good income to and easily covered his expenses every month. And yeah, just to mention, here it says up to 20 hours per week, but the government actually just increased this number to now it's 90 hours per month. So you can work part-time while studying to earn some money. And then you can also stay in Denmark up to 3 years after graduation to find relevant work. And as you can see here, the unemployment is very low. It's 2.9 generally. And for ITs and engineers, it's close to 0%. Also some good starting salaries and a very good work-life balance, I think, which is probably majority of people deciding to stay because of the work-life balance you have in Denmark. Also, some students choose to go into a PhD after the master program. There's also an opportunity, especially within our STEM field, to start a master as a combined master and PhD. So maybe 1 year into your master program, you switch to a combined program. So you start your research even before graduating for your master program. But otherwise, normally all our master programs are 2-year programs and PhD is 3 years. A little bit about admission. First, for our master programs, if you're interested in applying for one of our master programs, the application system is open now, and you have the deadline on 15th of January. So you have to apply before 15th of January if you want to start this summer in late August. Our engineering programs also have an intake in January. So if you want to apply later, you can apply in summer, and then you'll start in the end of January for engineering. The tuition fee for the science and engineering programs is 16,300 euros per year, and for the business programs is 10,000 euros per year. We do have tuition fee waivers available for selected top students. I'll get back to that in a little while. And we have an application fee of 100 euro, but these 100 euros will be given back to you if you are enrolled at Aarhus University. Also, the tuition fee waiver is not something you apply for. You will automatically be considered when you apply for admission. And when we assess who will get these tuition fee waivers, the tuition fee waiver will cover the full tuition fee for the 2 years of the master program. Then we look at the best applicants. So we look at your grades, especially, and your grades in the relevant courses. And then we also look at giving certain of these waivers to students coming from some of our focus countries, that's like countries we want to attract more international students from, and Turkey is also on that list. So Turkish students will also have a priority when assessing these applications for a tuition fee waiver. The requirements to all our master programs is that you need a relevant bachelor degree. So the majority of our programs, master programs, they build on a bachelor program. So if you want to study a master degree in computer science, you need a bachelor degree in computer science. And that means that you need to have covered specific courses in your bachelor. You can see on the specific program website what that means for that program. Other than that, you also need an English language test. If you do the TOEFL, you need at least 83, and IELTS, it's 6.5. The English language test can be sent after the deadline. So when you apply before 15th of January, you can wait and send in the English language test after 1st of May. And by this time, you'll know or not if you'll be offered admission, because you will hear back from us in March. And on this website, you can find all our master programs and the specific admission requirements, more about how to apply, the language test, and everything else. So for the bachelor admission, for bachelor, the application system opens on 1st of February, and then you need to apply before 15th of March. The tuition fee for the IT programs is 16,300 euros, and for the business program is 8,500 euros, both per year. Our bachelor programs are 3-year programs. We don't have any tuition fee waivers for bachelor programs, and there's still the application fee of 100 euros. For bachelor, you need a qualifying examination. On this website, I'll share the slides afterwards. You can find out what that means, but it's generally that you need a high school diploma from Turkey. Bear in mind that you cannot apply until you have your diploma. So often that means that you cannot apply until the year after you have actually graduated from your high school. These are the specific admission requirements for our programs. So we have, as you can see here, 5 different programs. We have economics and business. These are the requirements. We have cognitive science, which is taught at the Faculty of Arts. And then we have 3 IT programs: data science, computer science, and IT product development, where you need advanced math to be able to apply for those. The deadlines for bachelor, as I mentioned, you can apply from 1st of February. And just very important, the application system closes at 15 March at noon European Central Time. So to make sure that you apply on time, just apply at least on the 14th of March so you avoid any confusing with different time zones. You'll get a reply around 1st of June when you're a non-EU student, and then you start your studies around late August. So again, just to mention, these are the bachelor programs. We have 2 economics and business programs. One is offered at our main campus in Aarhus and one in Herning. They have a slightly different program course structure, but otherwise they're pretty similar. Then we have the 3 new IT programs. They will start first time this year in data science, computer science, and IT product development. And then we have the cognitive science program, as mentioned, taught at the Faculty of Arts. This program is very competitive, have a lot of applicants every year. I think last year they had 450 applicants and around 20 are offered admission. So you need very good grades to enter the cognitive science program. You can find everything about the programs on the bachelor website, bachelor.eu.dk, and where you can both find more information and how to apply and the requirements. And then just a few more words on housing. As mentioned before, there are plenty of housing in Aarhus for international students. On our website, eu.dk/housing, you can find more information specifically for students coming from non-EU and how to apply. There's 2 main options I would suggest. You can apply through our own housing office, AU Housing, where we both have dorms and shared houses. When you choose that, the room will be fully furnished. There's also student housing Aarhus, where you have to furnish your own place. So look at the options if you decide to apply, but at least just know that there's plenty of housing, and housing in Aarhus is generally much cheaper than in Copenhagen. Yeah, I think I don't have a lot of slides yet. I think this my main thing I wanted to say today is I hope some of you will come and join us. These are some of pictures from our student life, our students have a great time in the community here in Aarhus. There's plenty of things to both do to excel in your studies, but also have fun whilst being a student here and having a great time, both as an international student and maybe also in life in Denmark afterwards. Any questions? We have on our website a section called Chat with our students, where you can find current students, both from Turkey, but also from a specific program. Maybe you're interested in a specific program. So where you can talk to current students about what it's like to study at Aarhus University. You can also follow us on Instagram, where we have an international student taking over every week to show their student life and to answer questions. You're also more than welcome to reach out to me. I added my WhatsApp number here, so you can just reach out if you have any questions about any of our programs or the admission process or anything like that. So thank you very much. I'll now leave the screen to Taha to share a little bit about what it's like to be a student. And then I think we'll do the questions in the end.
Okay, thank you Gita. I appreciate that. Herkese tekrar hoş geldiniz. Benim ismim Taha. Sunumumu başlatıyorum. Evet, benim ismim Taha. Ben hem Türkiye'den geliyorum hem Amerika'dan geliyorum. Aslında Amerika'da doğdum ve Amerika'da okudum. Amerika'dan bir lisansım var ama Danimarka'da tekrar bir lisans okuyorum. Bölümüm de ekonomi işletme. Yaklaşık 18 aydır Danimarka'dayım ve çok memnunum. Bu süreçte hem dili öğrenebildim, hem iş bulabildim, hem derslerimi yapabildim. Yani gayet memnunum. Birazdan zaten anlatacağım buradaki yaşadıklarımı. Aarhus'u anlatacak olursam öğrenciler için cidden çok iyi bir fırsat. Öncelikle çok fazla fırsatlar var. Yani bu bölgede çok fazla büyük şirketler var. Bu Arla olabilir, Vestas olabilir, Lego olabilir, Siemens Gamesa olabilir. Ve böyle şirketler genellikle öğrencilere student job veya student assistant işleri verebiliyorlar. Ya bunun dışında da Aarhus cidden böyle canlı, aktif bir şehir. Ya tam İstanbul veya İzmir gibi olmasa da gayet dediğim gibi canlı bir şehir. Yani hep yapacak bir şey bulabilirsiniz. Onun dışında da Kopenhag kadar pahalı bir şehir değil. Hatta Türkiye'ye göre de artık çok pahalı sayılmaz. Ben mesela ailem İstanbul'da yaşıyor. İstanbul'daki fiyatlara göre bir tık daha pahalı olabilir diyebilirim. Ama zaten birazdan benim bütçemi göreceğiz. Buradaki yaşam pahalı mı, ucuz mu siz de karar verebileceksiniz. Aarhus Üniversitesi'ni ben çok seviyorum. Dediğim gibi ben önceden Amerika'da da okudum. Orada Washington DC'deki Georgetown Üniversitesi'nde okudum. Oraya da çok beğenmiştim, çok sevmiştim. Aarhus Üniversitesi konusunda şunu söyleyebilirim. Sıralama konusunda cidden çok yüksek. Galiba ilk yüze giriyor. Onun dışında da çok disiplinli bir eğitim sistemi var. Onun için mesela internet sayfamıza bakarsanız, programlara bakarsanız orada zaten ne okuyacağınızı ve ne zaman okuyacağınızı görebilirsiniz. Onun dışında dediğim gibi öğrenciler için çok iyi iş fırsatları var. Örneğin ben şimdi mesela şimdi bir tane reklam ajansında çalışıyorum. Onun yanında Aarhus Üniversitesi'nde de çalışıyorum. Onun için burada hem okumak hem çalışmak isterseniz bayağı fırsatlar var. Benim programa bakarsak benim durumum biraz değişik çünkü ben aslında Aarhus'ta yaşamıyorum. Ben Aalborg'da yaşıyorum. Aalborg'da Aarhus'a göre yaklaşık trenden bir saat kuzeyinde kalıyor. Onun için ben mesela sabah 8'de dersim varsa sabah 5 gibi kalkmam gerekiyor. E, Onun dışında şunu fark edersiniz ki çok fazla ders de yok. Yani bayağı bir boşluklar var. Onun için çok ağır bir ders yükü yok aslında Oruç Üniversitesi'nde. Ya dediğim gibi ben Amerika'da okudum. Amerika'daki ders yükü cidden çok yoğundu. Ben o yoğunluğu burada fark etmedim. Onun dışında fark ederseniz bazen boşluklar oluyor. Ee, Örneğin pazartesi günü bakarsanız saat 2'den 4'e kadar bir boşluk var. Yaklaşık 2 saat bir boşluk. Bunlar iyi oluyor çünkü Orus'ta biz grup project denilen bir şey yapıyoruz. Yani 4-5 öğrenci grup oluşturuyoruz. Projeler yapıyoruz. Bu da dersin bir parçası. Onun şöyle boşluklar gayet iyi geliyor. Çalışabiliyoruz. Ee, Onun dışında da ders yükü çok ağır olmadığı için dediğim gibi iki tane değişik iş yerinde de çalışabiliyorum. Sıkıntı yaşamıyorum veya çok bir zorluk yaşamıyorum bu konuda. Şurada değişik bir schedule'da görebilirsiniz. Fark ettiyseniz de bayağı değişebiliyor haftadan haftaya. Bu bir yandan biraz zor. Çünkü dediğim gibi ben iki tane değişik iş yerinde çalıştığım için bazen işte organization açısından biraz zor olabiliyor. Ama bir çözümünü hep bulduk. Çok zorluk yaşamadık. Ders dışında dediğim gibi bir reklam ajansında çalışıyorum. Aarhus Üniversitesi'nde çalışıyorum. Dil okuluna katıldım. Bu önemli bir nokta. Danimarka'da dil okuluna katılmak bedava öğrenciyseniz, yurt dışından öğrenciyseniz. Aslında bir tane depozit ödüyorsunuz. O da yaklaşık 2000 kron. 2000 kron da yaklaşık 10.000 TL sanırım. Ama sınavı geçerseniz, ki sınavı geçmek de çok zor değil, bu depoziti geri alıyorsunuz. O açıdan bedava. Onun dışında Student Government'a katılıyorum. Spor da yapıyorum. Eğer ki siz de spor yapıyorsanız Danimarka'da oldukça kolay. Benim spor üyeliğim yaklaşık 200 kron ayda. O da yaklaşık 1000 TL'ye geliyor. Danimarka'nın her tarafında spor salonu zaten bulursunuz. Çünkü buradaki insanlar aslında sağlığa çok düşkün. Onun için gayet ucuz, gayet yüksek kalitede spor salonlar bulunuyor. Ya onun dışında işte burada arkadaşlarım var. Buradaki çalıştığım insanlar var. Sevgilim de Danimarkalı. Onun için onun ailesiyle de takılıyoruz. Son olarak da burada yani çok iyi yemekler bulunur. Hem de tüm dünyadan yemekler bulunur. E, Yani mesela örnek geçen gün Olborg bir tane lokantaya gittim. İsmi İstanbul Kebap. Cidden çok harika bir lahmacun, çok harika bir Adana kebabı yedik. Çok da memnunduk. Ama sadece işte Türk yemekleri değil. Buranın da yemekleri var. Yani yurt dışından da çok yemek var. Yani çok değişik şeyler deneyebilirsiniz buradayken. Dediğim gibi ben Aalborg'da yaşıyorum. Aarhus'ta yaşamıyorum. Ama şunu söyleyebilirim. Trenden yaklaşık 1 saat 10 dakika. Yani baştan sona kadar yaklaşık 2 saat alıyor. Siz de burada okursanız Aarhus'ta yaşamanızı tavsiye ederim. Yalnız şunu da söyleyebilirim ki illa ki Aarhus'ta yaşamıyorsanız Aarhus'a gelmek için bir çözüm aslında bulunur. Çünkü Danimarka'nın toplu taşıma sistemi cidden çok gelişmiş, çok da iyi bir sistem. Sol tarafta benim yaşadığım apartmanı görebiliyorsunuz. Benim ödediğim kira biraz fazla çünkü biz iki kişiyiz. Ben ve sevgilim. Biz yaklaşık 6.000 kron ödüyoruz. O da tahmin ederim bir 30.000 TL civarı. Ama apartmanın kendisi gayet güzel. Bir de şehrin tam ortasında. O da çok güzel oluyor. Ama eğer ki Orus'a gelirsek zaten ben çoğu şeyi söyledim Orus konusunda. Ben Orus'u çok seviyorum. Ya çoğu kişi Danimarka düşündüğünde Kopenhag'ı düşünüyor. Kopenhag da çok iyi bir şehir. İkisini gördüm. İkisi de tamamen ayrı. İkisi de güzel. Ama Orhus'ta kesinlikle sıkılmazsınız. Yani Orhus küçük şehir diye korkmayın. En iyi şekilde hem dersinizi yapabilirsiniz, hem çalışabilirsiniz, hem de eğlenebilirsiniz. Yani öğrenciler için cidden çok iyi bir şehir. Dediğim gibi ben önceden Washington'da okudum. Benim ablam da İstanbul'da okudu. Ya onun için az buçuk değişik yerlere de görebildik. Bence öğrenciler için en iyisi Aarhus olabilir. Pişman olacağınızı düşünmüyorum eğer ki burada okursanız. Burada benim bütçemi görüyoruz. Dediğim gibi benim kiram bir tık yüksek, yaklaşık 30.000 TL. Market alışverişi de bir tık yüksek olabilir. Çünkü ben çok yemeğe düşkün bir insanım. O da yaklaşık 10.000 TL. Toplu taşımım da biraz yüksek. Çünkü ben Aalborg'da yaşıyorum. O yaklaşık 6.000 TL. İşte sosyal hayat, spor vesaire bunlar yaklaşık 3.000 TL. Okul ücreti de yaklaşık ayda 25.000 TL. Kafamda şu hesapları yapmaya çalışıyorum bu arada. Sağlık için hiçbir şey ödemiyorsunuz. Yani toplam ayda ben yaklaşık 75.000 TL kullanıyorum. Aldığım maaş da yaklaşık 45 bin TL. Siz anlarsınız ki harcamam aldığım maaşa göre bir tık yüksek ama ben Amerika'dan geldiğim için orada bir tık çalışmıştım yaklaşık 2-3 yıl. Onun için bir birikimim vardı. E, Onun sayesinde de çok zorluk yani hiçbir zorluk çekmiyorum diyebilirim hiçbir şekilde. Mezun olduktan sonra bir yüksek lisans düşünüyorum. Danimarka olabilir, İngiltere olabilir, Amerika olabilir. Aarhus'ta devam etmek isterim yalnız çünkü yani burada benim tanıdığım insanlar var artık. Bir tane network kurabildim kendime. Onun için devam etmekte fayda var. Yalnız tabii ki de çalışabilirim. Şunu söyleyeyim. Yani genellikle Danimarka'da iyi bir iş isterseniz yüksek lisans gerekiyor diyebilirim. Ya illa da gerekmiyor ama ya çoğu kişi eğer ki üniversite okuyorsa Danimarka'da benim gördüğüm kadarıyla yüksek lisansla devam ediyorlar. Onun için yüksek lisansın yoksa sadece lisans varsa biraz eksik gibi gözüküyor. Onun için ne kadar çalışmak istesem de eğer ki Danimarka'da çalışmak istersem yüksek lisansı düşünürüm tabii ki. Şunu da söyleyeyim. Dediğim gibi ben Amerika'dan geldiğim için Amerika Türkiye arasında cidden çok fazla mesafe var. Danimarka ve Türkiye arasında çok bir mesafe yok aslında. Buradan trenle Kopenhag'a geçiyorsunuz. Kopenhag'dan da 3,5 saat İstanbul'dasınız. Fiyatlar da gayet uygun en azından bana göre. Bir de çok fazla Türk lokanta var. İşte Türk market var veya Türk ürünler bulunabiliyor. Bildiğiniz gibi zaten Danimarka'da çok fazla Türk var. Ee, ilginç tarafı şimdiye kadar tanıdığım Türklerin hepsi Konya'dan ve bunun sebebini bilmiyorum. Ama yani bu benim için aslında iyi bir şey çünkü ya benim anne tarafım Adanalı, baba tarafım Yozgat'ta. Onun için İç Anadolu'yu da biraz tanıyoruz. Ama niyeyse hepsi Konya'dan. Bunun nedenini bilmiyorum ama bir ilginç geldi bana. Türk yemeklerine bakarsak bazen harika oluyor, bazen çok iyi olmuyor. Bu soldaki gördüğünüz örnek Adana kebabı. Gördüğünüz fotoğrafta zaten bir alakası yok. Şu sağ taraftaki Türkiye'den aslında İstanbul'dan, Adana'dan değil ama gayet güzeldi. Onun için burada fotoğrafını koydum. Ama genellikle Türk yemeğini özlemezsiniz. Özellikle evde yemek yapabiliyorsanız. Buradaki gördüğünüz yemeklerin hepsini biz Danimarka'da yaptık. Örneğin Kayseri yağlaması, Arnavut ciğeri, Türk kahvaltısı vesaire. Aslında hepsini zaten sevgilim yaptı. O Danimarkalı olmasına rağmen Türk yemeklerini çok seviyor, Türk mutfağını çok seviyor. Bir şekilde bunları yapmanın nedeni ve işte yolunu buldu. Son olarak da bize Instagram'dan takip etmenizi tavsiye ederim. Niye? Çünkü zaten burada çok bir şey anlatamıyoruz maalesef. Çünkü yani sadece konuşuyoruz. Bir de vakit de kısıtlı. Instagram'ı takip ederseniz ara sıra take over oluyor. Take over'da ne? Bir tane öğrenci işte hesaba giriyor. Birkaç tane video veya post koyuyor. Kendi hayatlarını gösteriyorlar. Bunu yaparsanız da işte buradaki hayatın aslını görebilirsiniz. Benden de sanırım zaten o kadar. Sorunuz varsa yazın. Sorabilirsiniz. Biz hepsini cevaplamaya çalışacağız. Yalnız zaman biraz kısıtlı olduğu için hepsine çok uzun cevap veremeyebiliriz. Ama dinlediğiniz için çok teşekkürler. And that was actually it for me, Gita and Zeynep, if you guys want to jump in and take over.
Thank you very much, Taha. Very nice of you. I'm guessing I only understood a few words here and there, but thank you so much for sharing your life in Denmark. So I think I'll just read out the questions and then I can figure out if it's me or you who will answer. First one is here. If you decide to switch majors, how difficult is it likely to be? Well, I can answer that it is difficult because often you would have to start over. And again, it depends a lot on if it's master or bachelor. For bachelor, since we only have a very few programs taught in English at the bachelor's level, it is a little bit more difficult. If it's from one IT to another, it might be a lot easier because they share some of the same courses that you could then get credit for. but otherwise it's not the easiest because you don't have major minor as you do in some countries. You have one degree that you, with a lot of mandatory courses that you have to follow. Let's see, next one is, what are the general requirements for graduation? To graduate, you need to have passed all your classes. Most of the bachelor programs and all the master programs will end with like a final project or thesis. And that is kind of what you need to graduate. And of course, you need to have passed all your exams. So I hope that was what you meant with your question. Otherwise, feel free to ask again. Extracurricular activities you offer for students. Taha, I know you have joined a few. Do you want to maybe talk a little bit about that?
Yes, whatever you want to do in terms of extracurricular activities, you can, basically. A lot of companies, they hire students in a lot of different business fields. At Aarhus University itself, there's a lot of different clubs like student government. I don't know if there's a lot of sports clubs. I didn't attend a lot of that, but I'm sure you could find something. Generally, the student life is very active at Aarhus University, so I want to say most likely whatever your interest is, there's a student club that could, kind of meet your interest.
Yeah, and I can just elaborate in terms of sport. There's plenty of options. So both, it's not like in American universities where the university have like a sports team or anything like that. But there are students that have made a running club, and students made a football team, and students made a fencing team, badminton. So you can both join student run clubs, but a lot of students actually decide to join the local clubs, because this is also a very good way to meet Danes, because Danes are really into a lot of different kinds of sports. So it's also a very good way to engage with Danish students. Next question. Will I be able to engage in projects outside of the classroom to help develop my learning? How you're nodding?
Yeah, definitely. So for example, we have a marketing course next semester, and as an activity outside the classroom, I work at the marketing agency. Um, I'd say the only potential limit on your ability to do things outside the classroom is probably going to be the 90-hour per month limit, because it does not just apply to paid activities. It applies also to unpaid activities, and it could also apply to some voluntary activities. With voluntary activities, you have to be very careful because um, if it is voluntary, it needs to be for an official philanthropic cause, like inside the organization's charter or something like that. You have to be a bit careful. So if you apply here, don't worry about it. Once you get your visa, maybe call Siri, maybe look at the visa documents and figure out what you can and can't do. There are some limitations, but for the most part, you have more than enough space that you need to really explore and develop your skills outside the classroom. Yes.
Great. Yeah, and I agree. There's a lot of different opportunities, both like paid jobs, but also projects to get engaged in, and volunteer work in many different areas. So I guess also I would suggest to follow our Instagram accounts. We don't have one both for the business students and a main one for the whole university, where students also share a lot of different engagement there. They are in both in and out of university. So next question is, how will the course be assessed? Exams, coursework, or a mixture? And again, that varies a lot from program to program. So many of the master programs will have a lot of oral exams where you pick a topic that you have covered throughout the year, and then you have to present what that is about. And then the professor and a censor, like an external professor from another university, will ask questions to figure out if you know what has been discussed about this topic throughout the year. It could also be written assignments. It can also be a project. It's very different from program to program and from course to course also. We don't have a lot of multiple choice course exams. I haven't seen that actually ever. So it will mostly either be like a written exam with some different questions, a project, or an oral exam, or sometimes a mix. Yes. So next one is, what are the prospects like for studies such as international relations? So I'm guessing you mean what if we have a course in international relations? We In the master program, we have a course called Intercultural Studies, which would be the one that comes closest, and also European Studies, which both have some political science, international relations in the program. We don't have one per se in international relations. Our programs in political science are taught in Danish. And then, of course, we also have the business program that also have an international aspect. I don't know if that was what you meant, but otherwise, feel free to ask again. What are the possibilities for student exchange stays in Denmark? Well, they're good. If you are at a university that has a partnership with a Danish university, it would definitely be the easiest to come to Denmark through an already evolved partnership. So look into your universities. If you're already at a university in Turkey, the partnerships they have with Danish universities. At Aarhus University, we mainly accept students on exchange for our partner universities, but for our summer university programs, you can also come as a free mover student. And I would say that summer is a very good time to come to Denmark if you want to experience the Danish study life and the culture here. Yeah, and next question, are there graduate education workshops for undergrads? So workshops to learn how to do the graduate studies? Is that what you mean? I'm not quite sure I understand the question. I can say that in Denmark, most of our undergrads will continue with graduate studies, like a master degree, also at Aarhus University. So we see most of our students will stay here for at least 5 years, both the bachelor and the master. So I don't think we need this workshops because it's like a natural way of just continuing to build on your education when you start the master program. Do you offer accommodation assistance such as dormitories? And yes, we do. As I mentioned, we have a housing office on campus for international students that can help you both with finding a place or also just with the website to show you where to look yourself if you want to find your own. When we offer housing through the AU housing office, it is for 1 year. So then you have to find your own place after the first year. But when you're here, it's a lot easier to find it. And there's a website where all the dormitories in Aarhus are in the same website. So it's very easy and convenient for international students to find accommodation. We also host a webinar about housing for all the students when they have been offered admission with our housing office. So we also help you before you arrive to get all this sorted out, because we know it's very important to have a place to live before you come. What is the student-faculty relationship like? Generally, how available are the professors for office hours and/or extra help? Generally, they are very available. And the relationship, what I have heard from international students throughout the years, it is very good. We have like Friday bars where you sometimes meet after class, some drink a beer, some a soda, and sometimes you even find the professors in these bars just hanging out with students. And if you need help, they're very accommodating and very willing to help you. We hear from international students that they really feel that there's professors here are interested in their learning experience and wanting to help them in their studies. I don't know, Taha, you've been here for almost 3 semesters. Is it the same experience for you?
The teachers are very available for the most part. Obviously, it varies from person to person. Sometimes you'll have a teacher that it isn't so available. I'll have to say I haven't yet been able to run into a professor at the bar just yet. We have tried to convince one of them, but I still have half the education left, so I'm sure it'll happen in the future.
Yeah. And Zainab, you will have to tell me if I'm running over time, but otherwise I'll just keep answering questions a few more minutes since I at least have the time for this. Otherwise, just let me know. So next one, if you were a student, what would be your most treasured resource that the program offers? Taha, you're a student?
Yeah, there's not one thing. At the end of the day, I love Aarhus University. It is just a university. It's really a springboard for you to do other things. So I guess generally just having the opportunity, being at the right place at the right time. When you say you're a student at Aarhus University, potential job employers look at you differently. They consider you for more opportunities. So I guess in a weird way, it's just the way people look at you when you're a student and the opportunities they give you because you're a student.
Yeah. And I think maybe you can also answer the next one is what are the teaching and research requirements? How many hours per week are expected? I'm getting it because this was asked when you were showing your class schedule.
Yeah. Yeah. So I'd say in terms of being in the classroom itself, it's maybe, I don't know, maybe 12 to 14 hours a week, I want to say off the top of my head. And outside of the class, maybe you'll also have maybe like 12 to 14 hours of studying. I'd say we're told officially that studying at Aarhus is just like having a full-time job. I think it's a little bit less intense than having a full-time job. So all in all, I wouldn't say that I give Aarhus University 40 hours a, a month. Or a week, sorry. I'd say I give more close to 30 hours a week, and I fill the rest of that with work or socializing or whatever I want.
Right. And what is the library like? Maybe I can start by saying that the university has a main library that's called the Royal Library, and then every faculty or department also have their own libraries that are more area specific. So the business school has a library, the like the IT and computer science department has a library, and so on. So there's a lot of opportunity, more services for this, and the librarians also can help you with like services on how to study better or how to find a lot of things for your project. So they're very and they really want to help international students because sometimes it's different on how you do it from your home country of these things. But I can say for the Royal Library, and then Taha, maybe you can tell about the business one, that the Royal Library is it's very nice. They have a very nice canteen there with student-friendly prices. And in the basement, they have like massage chairs and foosball table and table tennis and all these different things. Because I think they have this idea of if you study hard, you can play hard. So they know that I think that's a whole thing in Denmark in general, the balance that if you're balanced, like you can do better in a lot of things. And that's also what they try to do at the library. So it's a very nice library. I don't think they have the massage chairs at the business schools have, but I think there still is a nice library.
Yeah, yeah, I've never used a massage chair there yet. The business library, it's very business, very basic. Of course, we're talking about our current campus. It might be completely different in the future campus. I'm sure it will be. But as it stands right now, it's just a very nice, simple library. There's a quiet section if you want some peace and quiet to get some work done. To be honest, I don't go there too much. I don't think many Aarhus BSS students go there too much these days. It's a great place to study, but most of the resources you need to access are going to be digital. That applies to your textbooks, but also most professors do a really good job about providing additional reading material online so long as they can. Obviously, there's some copyright issues, but for the most part, you probably won't have to go to a BSS library if you study one of these BSS fields, but of course, go there. It's a great place to study.
Yep. And next one, do you offer career advice for graduating students? And yes, we actually have both career consultants that you can do a one-on-one sessions with before graduating, and we have a lot of different networking events and events with companies and how to write your resume for a Danish company and a lot of all these things. So yeah, both one-on-one consultancy and different events. So we do a lot to help internationals find a job in Denmark before graduating. And next one, do you have internship opportunities for Turkish students? Internships, it depends on the program. So if you study what Taha studies, like the bachelor program in business, I believe there's an internship opportunity available in the 5th semester. Maybe it's not, it might have changed because they just recently changed it. It might only be exchanged. But again, look into the program you're interested in to see if the opportunity is there. I know for most of our master programs, within engineering and science, it is not an opportunity, but within our programs within arts, it is an opportunity. So it depends on the program. I can say that all internships are not paid, but it will count towards your credits. So look at the program and see if there's a box saying internship. Some programs, like the engineering programs, will not have internship, but they will have the opportunity to do an R&D project with a company. So that can be a different opportunity. Another one here is, do you offer any double degree programs for marketing master? And no, we do not. And is the duration of post-graduation work permit determined based on the field of study? And no, it is 3 years for everyone after they have graduated from either a bachelor or master program. Any chance to enter Danish programs? Yes, if you know Danish. And you have to learn Danish at a very high level, because it is expected to have Danish level at the same level as when Danish students finish high school. So it needs to be a very high level to enter the Danish programs. Social sciences in Aarhus, I guess it is for master if she's already studying a bachelor program. One asking, my daughter is studying a bachelor program in social science. What are the possibilities for social science? I would say there's different opportunities. We have one program in human security. It's the only one in Europe, which is both about human security. It's about environmental security. It's about science security, a lot of different ways to look at security and like the future of humanity in that way. It can lead to NGO works and things like that. But it also like talks a little bit about law and political science in this program. So look into that one. Otherwise, social sciences, we have, of course, economics, but that means that you need to have studied some economics before. And then we have what I said before, European studies. That could also be relevant. So that would be my suggestion, to look into that. So look into under the Faculty of Arts, where you could find most of the programs that could resemble social sciences. And next one is in Turkish. So Taha, could you maybe help me a little bit here?
Could you try to pronounce the first word so I can find it?
Merhaba.
Is it from Ali Demir?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. He's just saying that he's saying that he missed out on the first part of the session, and he's asking about the monthly school, living, and other necessity. He's asking about the costs of things, and I could maybe take this from Ali. I've been told by Zeynep that this recording is going to be posted on YouTube, and if you look through, I think towards the middle, you'll see my budget. And I kind of explained there whether or not some of the things that I bought were expensive or cheap, but Gita also showed 1 or 2 student budgets too. And as a rule of thumb, a Danish crown, I believe it's about 5 Turkish TL makes 1 Danish crown, so you can use that to kind of convert it.
Great. Thank you, Taha. School tuition fee is charged for European citizen. No, as an EU citizen, it is free to study at Aarhus University. What about visa application? How is the process after admitted? Well, the process is that when you have been offered admission, you have to accept it. And then after you have accepted it, then you would get then you have to pay the tuition fee. And then when you have paid the tuition fee, then we start the first installment of the tuition fee, not the whole thing. Then we start the process of the tuition, the residence permit. So the university will fill out the first form, and then you have to fill out a form as well. I don't know if you can remember how you did it, but otherwise we also have a student blog on our website where one of our current students explains how she did it. So you can also see there. But what we do, when you have been offered admission, we also host a webinar about the visa application process and then the residence permit process. So to make sure that everything has been covered. So it should be very easy and easy, straightforward. Well, nothing is ever straightforward, I guess, with visa applications, but we help you all the way. Do we need to win the Turkish university exam in order to have a chance of applying to a similar bachelor program? Taha, do you think? No?
I'm going to say 99.99% no. Completely unrelated. If you look at the page of the program you want to apply, it'll include the requirements, but I've never once seen the Turkish national exam mentioned as a requirement. I think most likely your high school diploma is going to be enough, but again, you want to check that website for the conversion and always be safe. Email either the bachelor's admission email or the master's admission email. But no, I don't think you're going to need that at all.
I've never heard that as well. And is IB grade a criteria for the acceptance? No. Also, a Turkish high school graduation is fine as well. Just bear in mind again that you cannot apply before you have the final diploma by 15th of March. And I guess that was the last question. So thank you very much for all the questions and for coming and listening to us. Just let us reach out if you have any more questions or apply and join us at Aarhus University. So thank you also, Zainab, for having us today.
Yes, thank you very much for the great presentation, Gita and Taha. It was very informative for the attendees. And we had a lot of questions. We covered all of the questions. Thank you for your answers as well. And in the meantime, could you please share an email address on the chat box? So if the attendees have further questions, they can reach you later. And also I would like to thank the participants in Turkish as well. Katıldığınız için teşekkür ederiz arkadaşlar. Umarım sizin için de faydalı bir webinar olmuştur. Bir sonraki webinarlarımızda görüşmek üzere. Aarhus Üniversitesi ile ilgili diğer sorularınız için chat kısmında paylaşılmış olan mail adresinden Gita'ya ulaşabilirsiniz. Thank you very much again, you guys. It was a pleasure to have you in IEFT Talks.